the world from the return of the Shadow, just as the brave Pharaoh did 5,000 years ago.
YouTube, Vintage Yugioh here today, and we are rolling in the same outfit with the PSA return. So we're gonna go through that. It's a 15 card voucher, and then I also have some questions here that I had you guys ask me on Instagram. So we're gonna go through those questions along as we do this opening. So I might ramble back and forth. So we'll go ahead and get in with the first question while I open this box up. So I know the grades of these, but so Seto Kaiba himself, these are all Instagram handles. Seto Kaiba himself asked, do I see myself doing another box break in the future? And if the demand is there for the price that I want on potentially a first edition LOB or a first edition Metal Raiders, then I will definitely be interested in doing it. And he also asked, what are some notable GX cards in my collection? And I have a BGS 9.5 Ancient Gear Golem, a BGS 9.5 Cyber Dragon, and a PSA 10 Ghost Rainbow Dragon, and a PSA 9 Ghost Honest, and Elemental Hero Chaos Neo. So those are most of my GX cards. So then we'll get into it here, and we'll do, if the submission is in reverse order, then these first few cards are going to be Toon Chaos. So it looks like they've done in reverse order, so that's always nice. So this was the first card I submitted. Looks like they boogered up the top edge, or there's just white crap on it. But nonetheless, I thought this card potentially deserved a 10, but it was a little off-centered, and it got the mint 9. But it is a beautiful card nonetheless. These cards are getting harder and harder to find, and you can't complain about a mint 9, but I really don't like that. That whitening was not there in that top edge when I sent it in. So next question was, what do I think about Ghost Rares? Newer ones, if you can get them in PSA 10, I think they're good long term, and older ones, especially Stardust and those type of sets where they were not really released in booster boxes, I think those are great investments. So here we have a Blue Eyes starter deck Kaiba, little OC, but beautiful card nonetheless. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Wow. Back, a couple little white dots at the top, and they got the 9 as well. So I was really expecting this to get an 8. So that was kind of one of the good surprises in the submission. Jojo Alti says, if I could get any free booster box to open, which set would it be? A lot of people would think LOB. If you count tournament packs as sets, I would take a tournament pack 2 box of 20 and open those in a heartbeat. I think that'd be so fun. But if I had to take a booster box, maybe like a Light of Destruction or Phantom Darkness, those boxes just never pop up, and it's kind of past my era, but would be fun to open in hopes to pull a Ghost Rare. So here we have Mechanical Chaser, and it looks like they're doing those stupid little white squares again, and I thought this card had a chance to get a 9. I think it's in really good condition. But yeah, look at this. All these squares are just, I do not get it. There is no way. My card was not like that. And it got a 7, so I'm going to be in contact with them. It's just unacceptable at this point. It can't be that hard to case a card. So Yugi Canuck said, should wavy be greater than glossy, and will the gap expand? With how few PSA 10s come up anymore, I think no matter if it's wavy or glossy, it will probably set the new high mark for at least a little while. So I don't think it will really matter, but if a true collector comes along and they're missing that one wavy or that one glossy, that will create a premium. But if it was just truly collector based, I think wavy would outpace glossy, but the market is just so crazy right now where I honestly don't have an answer. So here we have an Exodia head. I thought this had a chance to get a 10. looks like there's that white crap on this edge again, and it got an 8. So a couple of these were pretty disappointing. Ryan 36JS and Sir Blackson 97 both ask my favorite character, and then Ryan asked what their favorite cards from that character. And I would say Bandit Keith is my favorite character. You guys know my love for Barrel Dragon, so Barrel Dragon, Machine King, all these machine cards, and he kind of played a little dirty too. So look at this white square. I mean, my gosh. And this thing, I thought it'd probably get like a 7, maybe an 8. It doesn't look that bad. The back's kind of a little rough, but it got the 6. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet for a Guy the Dragon Champion. Super Hippo 95 said, favorite original set and top 5 original cards. So my favorite original full set would have to be Metal Raiders or Labyrinth of Nightmare, but probably Metal Raiders. LOB's great, don't get me wrong, but just the rares and the commons in Metal Raiders make it really great. So here we have a Necro face, a little off-centered. I figured this would get a 9, but figured I'd send this one to PSA. I have a BGS 9. And this got a 9 as well. So really happy with that for what it is. It pretty much means it's mint except for the centering. So really happy with that. And then my 5 favorite original cards, I'll expand on that a little more. Iraqi Duelist said, if I had to pick 10 PSA slabs that I had to keep and had to get rid of everything else, what would I keep? And I've quickly narrowed it down, so I could be really missing something, but off the top of my head, I had Barrel Dragon, Cyberstun, the SDK and SDY Dark Magician, Machine King from European Mall Tour 1, Change Apart from Metal Raiders, Serpent Knight Dragon, Secret Rare from Magic Ruler, Morphing Jar from Tournament Pack 2, Mechanical Chaser from TP1, and then you could flip a coin on whether I keep Summon Skull or Corrected Art Dark Paladin from MFC. So here we have a Mirror Force. I really thought this thing was getting a 10. I mean, this thing, it didn't even get any squares on it. It's got like one line down the back, and it got a 9. So this is a really clean 9 in my opinion. I might try, I mean, BGS all over the place now anyway, so that's a discussion from the other day. Christian Gallardo said, tips to find sellers. I mainly use eBay, and I depend a lot on feedback, and then Instagram. You have to get in the community, ask for references, ask people if they bought from them, sold from them, and their experience with them. So here we have Air Knight Parshath. I pulled this card in one of my Legacy of Darkness openings, and I thought this had a really good chance of getting a 10. Pack fresh, beautiful card. A little off center on the back, so that could potentially have dinged it, but it got the 10. So beautiful card. Legacy of Darkness is hard to grade, so really, really happy with that card. If I could have gotten just a couple more 10s, or maybe the Exodia had been a 9, I've been a lot more happy with this submission. Yugioh said, how old was I when I purchased my first card? Well, my mom bought me cards literally when I was in 2nd grade in 2002. So, I mean, I was buying Legend. My parents were buying me Legend of Blue Eyes and Magic Ruler and Pharaoh Servant. When I purchased my own card, I got out of Yu-Gi-Oh! For a long time. I bought it back in 2015 in college. I started buying some old cards that I wanted, and then it just blew up into what it is now. And then he's like, what's my 9 to 5 job? Yes, that as well. And I have a degree in mechanical engineering. So here we have Vampire Lord from Dark Crisis, 1st edition. Pretty underrated secret. I really bought this for a binder copy, and then it looked so good that I decided to send it in hopes for a 10, and it did just that. So there are good finds out there, good ungraded cards. So just stay on the lookout. Stephen Cruz said, how long would it take to gather a decent first edition collection? And I will answer you with, it depends how deep your pockets are. If you have the money, you could do it overnight if you're willing to pay enough above premium. But if you're trying to slowly crawl there in today's market, I would not even attempt it, honestly. I would get a couple cards that you want and then buy some reprints of the other nostalgic cards and call it good. So for my 2,000 subscriber special, here we have Destiny board, and thought I could potentially get a 10. A little OC. Back is really well centered though, but unfortunately got a 9. So I'll probably keep this one and sell the other copy that I have since I pulled this one myself. Some Yugioh said, when are we adopting a kitten? I don't know. I don't know about that. But I do love a good dog or cat. So adopt, don't shop. I'll say that, I guess. You know, there's plenty of animals in shelters that could use good homes. So here we have a duelist pack, Kaiba, Ultimate Rare, Crush Card Virus. Beautiful artwork. The Ultimate really pops in this thing. And I really thought it had a chance at a 10 once again, but figured it would get a 9. It had some indents, had some scratches on the back, and it got a 9, so I'm perfectly happy with that for my collection. But beautiful artwork there in Duelist Pack Kaiba. First edition cards are hard to find. All Collectibles said, is it worth keeping Legendary Duelist products sealed? So I think there's 6 or 7 sets now. I would say Rage of Raw kind of got hyped up with the Ghost Rare. That's probably the most dangerous set to keep sealed. But the sets prior to that, even though they got the Legendary Duelist reprints, I think they're still pretty safe in the long term. But I have one of every set sealed just because I like the nostalgic feel and the artwork on the boxes. But there's definitely some safer and there's definitely some riskier stuff to keep sealed. So here we have, I think the last 4 here are collector rares from Toon Chaos. So we have a beautiful Harpy Lady here. All these are going to be first edition. And this is one I pulled with Ruxin in our case opening. And really thought all 4 of these deserved a 10. And we started off with a 10 here with Toon Harpy Lady. So really, I mean, these cards should get 10s. But I just watched an opening today where a couple got 8s. So Sleepy Bear 92 asked, allowed defects in PSA 10s. They're human. They're going to miss some things. Normally, it's just like one small white nick, maybe a light back scratch. But nothing more than that, really, in a PSA 10. If there's, you know, more than a one white nick or, you know, heavy scratching, I would say it should not get a 10, but there are definitely examples out there where cards do have more than that have 10s. So here we have Toon Bookmark, another collector rare. I love the Toon cards. Would love to own all these from Toon Chaos and PSA 10 eventually. Pulled this one once again with Ruxin, and we got the 10 on this one as well. So I was really happy with the results of the Toon Chaos cards. Marcus Fit 96 asked, lowest Yu-Gi-Oh could drop down to, and he meant that in regards to like, what do I think these cards could get down to before, like if Yu-Gi-Oh just went away. I think if they stopped making meta Yu-Gi-Oh, I think the collector market would still stay strong for at least 5 to 10 years. The new stuff would just crash instantly. But I think this old stuff, I mean, it's a collector piece to me. I don't care if you can play it or not. So, and here we have Immortal Phoenix Gearfried. This is a playable card, but I decided to get it graded anyway. I pulled it, so, and it got the 10 as well. So 3 for 3 so far on the collector rare. And Yu-Gi-Oh NYC said favorite color and why, and that is the last question that got asked. And I'll go with blue, and I don't really have a valid reason other than I just like the way it looks. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my ranting and raving of random questions throughout this PSA submission. I'm going to try to do an opening where I don't know the grades, but I got this one right back in the middle of vacation, so I had to look. So we're gonna end here with Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy the End, and this thing looks absolutely stunning. Beautifully well centered. At least they didn't get the squares on all of them. I mean, I thought this had a better shot at 10 than some of them, than especially the Phoenix Gearfried, but it got a 9. So we ended on, we'll show that a little more. We ended on a small, soft note, but overall, got 3 out of the 4 10s. Not mad about the crush card. Destiny board, I figured. Vampire Lord was a nice surprise. I really thought he would get a 9. Air Knight was what it should have been. If, you know, Mirror Force could have got a 10 and Exodia got a 9, I think I would have been a lot more happy with the set. I'm not mad about it. In today's standards, definitely could be a lot worse. But I'm going to have to contact them about, you know, these squares and stuff. So there's flaws with every grading system, so just take everything with a grain of salt. So that's going to do it for this submission. Hope you guys enjoyed getting the answers to the questions you guys ask, and we're going to be opening up those Duelist Genesis packs, and hopefully we can pull a Ghost Stardust, so be on the lookout for that video. And that's going to do it here with this PSA return. So as always, thanks for watching.